Hey, good afternoon. Hope you're having a good Saturday. It's Coach G here, and I'd like to ask, if I could, for 5 minutes of your time. That's it, just 5 minutes. I want to talk real briefly about what you do in the transition between the end of track season and cross country season. So, first of all, great job this track season. I really feel like as a team, as a group, that we showed really good progress. I think you became more competent and confident athletes, both racing and in terms of being able to do the workouts and the training. So I think we're in a really great place going into cross country season. So you finished your last kind of week of running for track. What does it look like going into cross country? So the first thing you should do is definitely take a break. Everybody needs a break. The purpose of the break really is twofold. One is to give your body a chance to rest and recover a little bit from the stress of several weeks and months worth of back to back consistent, 6 days a week training. And the second, and probably the more important reason for the break, is to give you like a mental break. Everybody needs time to kind of reset after they've been doing something for a long time. It starts to become a grind. It's why the end of the school year feels so great because you've been going to classes, 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 and finally being in a situation where you don't have that pressure on homework and projects and tests and all that other sort of stuff. It just feels good for your body to be able to get a break. So that's a big part of it is really getting mentally reset. So when it's time to get back to training again, you feel good and you feel ready to get back after it again to have another really good, successful season. So how does this look? It can and should look probably a little different for each individual athlete based upon sort of where you're at. So first scenario, I would say, and I think this applies to pretty much everybody, is your first full week of not running should be a week of not running. You need the break. If by the end of that first full week, you're just feeling sort of antsy and you are used to your body being moving and you like being outside and all that other sort of stuff, then on Saturday, go do something fun outside that's not running. Go take a hike up Sawney Mountain. Go get on your bicycle and go ride on the Greenway for an hour and stop along the way and look at the snakes in the creek or whatever it is. But if you just get antsy and you're used to having your body moving, after a week off, like the first weekend, if you want to go out and just do something kind of fun and active that isn't running, like have at it. Week number two is where things would vary a little bit. If by the end of your first week of break, you're like, all right, this is great, but I like running. This is making me crazy. I need to go out there and expend some energy. And I'm hyper. I'm antsy to get back to running again. We'll let you get back started. But here's what we want you to do. We want you to run for 3 days only. 3 days. That's it. And the max that you're going to run is 20 minutes. But what I would like for you to do is I'd like you to do some activity drills before you get started. If you don't want to do the full progress like we do before we do workouts or whatever, okay, but do something to kind of get your body activated a little bit. If you just want to do the bare minimum, some A skips and some B skips and some leg swings is probably good, but do something to get your body activated. And then at some point during the run, just to work on mechanics, do a couple of like 10 or 15-second pickups during the 20 minutes just to kind of get your body like feeling comfortable and not awkward and moving again. And then after the run's over, do a little bit of core. You don't have to do a whole ton, but do 5 or 10 minutes worth of core just to kind of, again, get your body moving and more athletic again. If at the end of that first week, though, you're still like, Coach, I'm not ready yet. Like, I'm mentally tired. I'm physically tired. Like, I need more time. Then take that second week off too. But again, by the time you get to the weekend on Saturday, let's go out there and take a hike. Let's get on the bike, go do something a little bit active. Here's the thing. And this has been proven by like science people, not just by, my own and Coach Tillery's like experience working with runners for decades. The longer you take off, if you start taking off 3 or 4 weeks and don't run at all, there's a much higher incidents once you do get back to running of becoming injured. So that's a reason not to take big blocks of time off. And then also, you start to biologically lose a lot of that fitness that you worked really hard to earn during track season. So once you get 3 or 4 weeks off from running, you go from being like, I started here and I worked here to my level of fitness and now I'm really fit. And you take off 4 weeks and all of a sudden you're not completely back down to ground zero, but you're a lot closer to ground zero than you need to be. So really, the only reason why you'd take more than 2 weeks off is if you're nursing an injury or if for some reason you're just like super, super, super sick and tired of running. At which point, even in week number 3, I would say like it's time to get back doing something. Even if you only run 2 or 3 days a week, like you need to probably get started back again. All right, well, that's the plan. It actually took 6 minutes for me to communicate this to you instead of five, so I apologize for going over, but that's the game plan. Hope you follow the game plan. It'll get you in a good place for cross country. We're super excited for cross country season. If you have not joined the cross country remind, please do so. And that remind is WFHSXC 24. And then your parents should join the same remind, but they add a P onto the end, P for parent. Join that remind because that's how we'll start to communicate with you for things that will be coming up for cross country season. Okay, Coach G out. Bye.